going on, y'all? This is Lo.
And this is Key, and we're Low Key.
Today we're going to be talking to you guys about comparing yourself to others and how you can stop doing it. You know, in track, they say, in a sprint, they say run your own race, meaning if you looking at the person beside you, you running how they running, and you lose your own form and technique in the process. And that person who does that 9 times out of 10 will lose the race because you trying to be like them instead of being what God made you to be. The same thing translates into everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And I feel like the lack of action is what causes a lot of people to compare themselves to others.
That's true.
Or a lot of people, they'll compare themselves to others by knocking that other person down, even though that other person is being more creative and actively creating more things than they are, out of hatred. You know, you could never be what you was put here to be, you know, watching another person's race. You want to add to it?
Yeah, so comparing yourself to others, like while you're watching other people, you're losing. You know, life is enough. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. I mean, it makes you emotionally disturbed. It affects you financially because all other areas of your life, they suffer because you're worried and focused on someone else. Yeah. Because the only reason why we do that, I think, is because the person or people appear to be successful. Like, you don't even know what those people or that person is going through.
True.
It may appear to be one way, but literally behind closed doors, they're freaking out. You know, they're literally about to lose every marble they have in the bag.
Go.
So you have to don't compare yourself to other people. And if you decide to do any kind of comparison, compare yourself to yourself. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
One way to do it is compare yourself to yourself. And what I mean by that is compare yourself today to the person you were yesterday. So that forces you to get better, because the whole thing is we want to get better. You know, we want to get better in all areas of our lives. So you want to compare yourself to the person you were the day before. So if you didn't get up on time the day before, do something different tomorrow or today. If you didn't do it today, do something different tomorrow. You want to get better as you go along. And you also want to practice gratitude. That's a good way to stop comparing yourself to others. Be grateful for what you have. You know, it's a blessing that you're able to get up and be in your right mind and be able to see and touch your loved ones and love your family, your kids. You know, it's a blessing to be able to do those things. You have a roof over your head. Like, it's a lot of things that you can be grateful for, and you can practice that. That should be like in your everyday, you know, task or whatever you want to call it. You want to put that in there, and you want to practice that and use comparing yourself to yourself as motivation. Like, that's the third thing that you can do. Use that as motivation. Motivate yourself. Don't look at the person that's beside you or what it appears to be. Oh, they have this, and oh, they have that, and I must be, you know, behind, or look at where I am today. No, it's not about that. You're there in the place that you are because that's where you need to be. There's lessons learned in every situation.
That's real.
If you pull that out and you use that as motivation and use that as your weapon to do better. Like, I want to get better. It's about getting better. That's what it's about. It's not about what someone has, because in all actuality, at the end of the day, the original version is better than a copy. So you being who you are is better than you copying and mimicking someone else.
Yeah, that's why a lot of great artists, they only listen to their own creation, or they only look at their own paintings.
Deep.
Because, say like a musical artist, so they start listening to the hottest thing. Like when people had start listening to auto-tune a few years back, next thing you know, everybody doing it.
Yep.
And they could never catch it like T-Pain.
Never.
Because he didn't create it, but it seemed like he mastered it to me.
Yeah.
Everybody else they was out of their lane. You know?
Yeah.
So we have to be careful. It's a difference between heed and advice, you know, and using it to get started or add to your own campaign, and looking at the person across the street. You know, a lot of people is envious of famous people flashing paper money, jewelry online, when a lot of these guys, you just don't know to have. Like, a lot of these guys have become a prisoner of their own supposed money. You know? Like, a lot of these cats be depressed. You know, so you just want to be grateful for where you are. Grateful that you watching this video and that you have the mind to change.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
To try and get better. Because most people, they just trying to be comfortable, you know? And even if you are trying to get better, say if you want to run more, you know, if you comparing yourself to David Goggins, like, you going to wake up crying in the morning. Because it take time. Like, you can't look at what that man doing and compare your journey to his journey.
That's true.
You can't do it. You have to look within.
That's true.
Look to those close, your confidants.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. So you guys, you know, don't compare yourself to other people. It's not even worth it. It makes you insecure and it strips you of your faith, you know, and you start to fear like you're losing something that you're racing against someone else, and their dream is their dream, their goals is their goals, yours is different for a reason. And you're chosen for that particular purpose for a reason. So you have to, you don't do that. I had to learn that the hard way though, because you sometimes it's not just because you don't like a person, or it's because you're like, oh, they're rich, or oh, they have this and they have that, but they aligned with their purpose. That's why they're in that position that they're in. And when you align with your purpose, and when you align and you get your mind on just you and you focus, you don't even notice the things around you.
That's it.
Because you're minding your business. And the hardest part about the business is minding your own business. Mind your business. Focus on you and you'll get there.
A lot of people don't have business to mind.
Yeah.
Most people don't. Like, most people haven't even thought about that term, mind your business. You know? And then you go to work at somebody else's business, and then you mad because they done fired you.
Minding their business.
That's because you minding their business. So they fire you because they like, this our business. Go mind your own business.
Oh, that is so well put.
Straight
well
up.
put.
So quit comparing yourself to others. Run your own race. Fine tune your own settings. You know, and you will be in abundance.
Yeah.
You got something else for me?
That's it, man.
We gonna hit y'all up on the next one. This low.
This is Key.
And this low key. Like, comment,
And subscribe.
all right.